Misfit on the
Yo, what up? It's your boy FKN broadcasting live from Studio 13 coming at you with another episode of Let's Chop It Up. Today I got the homie in the house. Can you please introduce yourself, my boy?
So, how you guys doing? It's CreepNastIE out of San Francisco, California, representing that real life music. So.
Hell yeah, who you got next to you?
Yeah, I got my little brother right here. It's my canal, you know what I mean? He's right here, full support. We're right here out at the city, you know what I mean? Just putting the city on the map.
Hell yeah, that's right. Hey, thank you guys for coming, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's up, man? How's life been treating you, dog?
Sure, we're being blessed, you know what I mean? We're getting through the thick and thins and the rough times, you know what I mean? But every day's a survival, and if you're breathing, you know what I mean? You're living, so just got to keep on pushing.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to your primo that passed away, man. I was hoping to get you here before I even talked about it like that, you know. Rest in peace to your primo, man. He was a good homie from everything that I observed.
Oh, yes, sir.
He was good people, you know.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He even drew that for me right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the trip I was here when he gave you that.
Man,
too,
remember though?
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yeah, so rest in peace to tat him up, man. You know what I mean? And let his name live on, and let his music live on. And he's gonna live on forever. You know what I mean? Give him his flowers. You know what I mean? And
can you talk about what he meant to you, my boy? Like what he meant to you, what he meant to your hood, to your family, like you know, just.
Yeah, man.
I want to give him his love and his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a shining star, man. You know what I mean? And he came out from the slums, man. I had a lot of crazy stories with my little primo, man. And I put him on the hood, in the county, in my south and shit, dog. As a matter of fact, dog. And,
what?
Yeah,
no
a lot
way.
People probably didn't even know that and shit, but
nah, we didn't, dog.
Yeah,
We're getting exclusive right now. Yeah.
He was my little primo, man. We raised him from young, man. A lot of people in.
How much younger was he than you?
He was like 6 years younger than me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I'm 39 right now. I'm gonna be 39 in November. November 4th will be my birthday, matter of fact.
Okay.
So, but yeah, he was about 6 years old.
Happy early birthday, dog, because we're not gonna be able to tell you happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yeah, made it another year, you know what I mean? And rest in peace to the little primo, dog. And yeah, he was more my little brother's age, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
My brother's about 4 years younger than me. Yeah, so like they grew up tough together, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we always seen them fucking coming up from nothing, man. And that was one thing that we always came up from nothing, and we always had poverty and all that shit, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But no matter what, we always rose up from that, you know, and he shined out of that, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, you picked a real one to put on. I mean, I know he was your primo, but he was still a real one.
Yeah, well, I had crazy stories, man, before he even got put on and all that. Just being in the hood, I would be strolling around because I had my rough times that I would be homeless on the streets, you know what I mean? Just trying to make it out of the struggle, you know?
Yeah. And
I ended up finding myself one of the guys and shit, man. And I had a story where he was in the back of his pad, you know what I mean? And he just happened to get kicked out for being a little traveso and shit. And he was right there with a little homie there, right there just in the back of their pad, sleeping right there. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing, fool? Get up, dog.
You didn't even know he was back there?
Nah, now I'm strolling around like 12 o'clock at night, and then I seen some far like, primo, is that you? And he's like, hey, yeah, what are you doing to get up, you know? And then I take him over there to the motel with me and shit. I'm like, hey, we got a motel over here, don't trip, and fucking I took him with me for the night, and that was a crazy story, you know what I mean? Just seeing him like that. But then, yeah, man, just he came out with out of the pen and hit the ground running, you know what I mean? I came out a year before him, and then when he got out, that's when we pretty much got everything serious because he got more into the studios, you know what I mean? I was more like in the neighborhood trying to figure out where to record at.
Yeah.
And that fool had the homeboy Rudy, shout out Rudy, you know what I mean? The homeboy out of the neighborhood as well. He took him to Little Green Studio.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so they ended up at Little Green Studio.
Shout out to Little Green, dog.
Yeah. And then that's where they started recording at. And then shout out Bullet on the beat too, you know what I mean? That's when Bullet.
Shout out Bullet on the beat.
We started. We ran into them, and then he pretty much taught us about TuneCore. So then when he let us know about TuneCore, he had High Till I Die, man, and they recorded that track, and then Bullet shot the video and everything like that. So that shit just blew up, you know what I mean? It just went everywhere, High Till I Die, you know what I mean? It's cracking this shit. So yeah, from there it just fucking went on, and then we just kept on putting in the work, and he just had a vision, man. He wanted to do everything, especially tattooing. That's when he got into tattooing, man, and he just got into the shop. Because at first we were all tattooing on the streets, you know what I mean? We were tattooing on any of the homies that wanted it, and fucking give us that fed out. That we were making our money, you know what I mean? We were putting it on in the hood though. But yeah, and then after that he took it more serious and he got into the shop. And me, I was still more on the streets and shit, you know what I mean? I was tattooing on the guys in the
Still in-
bandos.
you were still in the garage.
Yeah, I was in the bandos, and he kept trying to get me in there, bro. And I was like, nah, you know, I'm not ready yet. So
I'ma do
eventually,
this.
yeah, eventually I took it serious, and he got me in, and that's why I got my license, man. So shout out, tat him up in there.
Oh wow, hey man, congratulations for you getting your license, big dog.
Yeah, so
that's right.
yeah, I did my I think it was 3 months apprenticeship, man, and but I was already tattooing that first week I went in there because I went and got all my clients. I already had clients. Said I'm tattooing on people's faces and shit. They're all tripping in. My primo vouched for me, so we got me in, and then from there I just started making money, you know. So I was there like within 9 months. I made like about 7 G's.
Damn.
Yeah, and I kept about 5 of that. So that
Bling,
was cool.
bling.
Yeah,
That's
so
right, that's
that was
right.
for me, you know. I was like, hell, just off of tattooing, it was pretty cool. But my primo bring all that to the forefront for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just coming out the gutter and shit.
And then your
That's what-
primo even shot out to Vegas to go to tattooing out there, huh?
Well, that was a big dream of his, just to be able to be able to go out there, migrate, and come back this way, and just be able to go back and forth and have his money rolling. You know what I mean? And he wanted to be out there in Vegas to be able to put his platform out there. Our little homie was already out there, so he just started going out there, and bam, he ended up staying out there and got into the shop. And then he had other fools tattooing as well. You know what I mean? He just had everybody trying to come together, especially with the music. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of them was running with the Gutter Records. They made Gutter Records. Shout out Gutter Records.
Yeah.
But shout out to the homie Shooter, you know what I mean? He's right there on the main line. GP still holding it down.
That's
he'll be out
right,
soon,
that's right.
And he's gonna keep it running. You know what I mean? That was his manager.
Yeah. I know. I met him when he came
Yeah.
over here. I remember your primo told me. I asked him like, "How come you chose to go out there?" And he was like, "You know what? There's not that many people out there that do the kind of artwork that they do out here and stuff." So he was like, "Man, I'm making crazy money over there."
Chicano, cultura, you know what I mean? That prison slang that we came out, and he had his art pretty much master, dog. Because man, his tattoos would speak for themselves. You see his tattoos, man. A lot of people had jump on his tattoos, man. He was tattooing on everybody, especially in the valley and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And it was cool though too. Even he would hit me up, dog. Like, hey, I can't do this tattoo. You know what I mean? Hit him up. They want this tattoo. Fucking bam, he'll give me some work too. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. So it was always love.
That's
man.
sharing the love, huh?
Yeah, it was always love and shit. But he had a big vision just to bring up his record, and he had LSC on his record company, and that was Straight Out the Gutter Records. You know.
That's right.
Yeah. So he had all that established. And it's just sad that he had in the past, you know what I mean? And I just want to keep on giving his flowers, and you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah,
to
it's up
them.
to rest in peace, man.
Hey, when he asked you, did you ask him to put him on, or he asked you to put him on in the cell? How did that happen?
Well, what
dog?
happened, bro, is fucking we're
I
all
need to hear that story. Right
we're
there.
sitting in F-Pod 8 Southwest freaking county, you know what I mean? And I went in 2008, and then 2009 is when he moved into my pod right there. And it was a trip, man, because we were deep right there. It was like 5 of us, and we were all representing the hood, you know what I mean? It was like 5 fools from Sana, and from the first, you know what I mean? We were holding it down, and man, yeah, and then fucking, I just happened to freaking, hey, man, I'm looking at life. The other homie was looking at freaking life. And then the other homie was looking at a long ass stretch, and then he was looking at fucking like 15 years, eh?
Oh,
Because they
dang.
stretched him out basically because he kept getting bailed out, and like every bailed out crime, you get like 3 years added to your sentence. So like if you get another case on your bail, that's 3 years automatically.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so he got like 3 of them, eh? So that was 6 years, and then whatever fucking he ended up fighting, boom, it was more time. So it ended up being they maxed him out to like 15. So freaking, I told him, fuck, you know what I mean? We're gonna do it right now, dog. Fucking just get it right here in the south, dog. And then we rushed in the other little homie. We rushed him in first, dog. And then he got his little nose busted, eh? That's who had a little nose, you know what I mean? And, boom, and then he fucking. It ended up going down like that, eh? But it was a little trip, man. You know what I mean? And then from there, he ended up catching the chain before me.
Okay.
And then I ended up getting my deal. I got 9.5. I was looking at 21 to life. And then freaking they dropped it down to assault with gang enhancement, eh? And then I got 5 years gang enhancement and 4 years for the actual stabbing, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a trip, and then I went into him again, eh? I'm over there in reception, eh? We're there in Kerner and shit, and we're right there in Delano. And fucking, I'm going to medical, and I'm coming out of fucking, I think 4 or 5 block, eh? And this fucking, I see his little head popping out. He was still skinny, dog. He didn't have no weight on him yet, you know what I mean? He was still skinny and shit, eh? He wasn't big yet. So fucking, I'm like, what the fuck is that, Primo? And I was like, you know, you got to put your hands behind your back and shit.
Yeah.
And then bam, man, I'm like, what the fuck, Primo, is that you? And then the hooters ain't tripping though, you know? He's like, yeah, what's up, I'm over here in 1 block, you know? I'm move over here, I'm right here. And then I was like, all right, boom, it was that quick. And then freaking, I went to medical, came back, and then the hood said that we couldn't be at that building. They said, I guess it was like freaking the ones that were there. They were like the food with the vest and all that shit.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, you guys are too active. You can't be here. We're like, what the fuck, dude? Nothing's gonna happen. Like,
You're not wanted here. We don't want your kind over here.
So like, basically, they moved me over there. I told the freaking deputy, she was cool and shit, and I was like, hey, you know what I mean? My cousin's over there. Let me go over there. And I didn't even know what side he was on because they got A and B side.
Yeah.
I took a wild guess, and I said, fucking put me on B side. He happened to be right there. And then that's when we both fucking my primo's back, and that's the last song that I put on this album. Cause this album right here that I dropped was from the mainline to the streets. It has 15 tracks and shit. So that was the last song that I put on there. I have a lot of songs on here that I did like 3 songs that I did with him. It was the last song that I recorded.
Yeah.
But when I did that, Primo's back, he shot me cause he used to, you know, you go in there, you get the lyrics and shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he shot me the lyrics to fucking. He liked that song from Lil Wayne. And he fucking I miss my dog.
Damn,
He like,
I miss my dog.
And
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
Primo we should do some shit fucking for the primos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, hey, I got my primo back. My primo got my back, and I got my primos back. I got my primos back.
That's right, that's right.
So when he heard that in the day room, I spit it. He's like, fuck, shoot it over here. I'm gonna fucking write something to it, and then he fucking wrote to it. And he spit his verse, dog. You know, it's a sick ass verse and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, we get out fucking 8 years later, dog, and I take it to Little Green Studios because he didn't even remember the rap, dog. And he's like, fuck, it's been a long time for you. I was like, man, we gotta record that shit though, dog. Like, I gotta fucking have that shit on wax, dog. Like,
Yeah.
that's something right now.
Did he write something like brand new, or he remembered finally?
No, he knew like
after
little
the-
pieces of it, but he didn't really know the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah.
He just knew little pieces. So when I busted out the fucking yellow paper that he shot me when I was over
Oh,
there,
you still had it?
yeah, I had
That's
the paper.
dope.
So I fucking had his tagging on it and
Yeah,
shit.
that's dope. That's dope.
So I shot him the fucking lyrics, dog, and then he spit his verse right there, Little Greens, So
Do
shout
you
out
still
Little Greens.
happen to have it?
Yeah, I still got it in my.
Don't ever lose that, dog. Don't
I got a
ever
lot.
lose
I
that.
got drawings from him too and shit like that.
Really?
And, yeah, I got a lot of stuff from him and stuff. It's a little trip, man. Fucking that he ended up passed away. It did, but man, just fucking.
I forgot that he had give this to me, right?
Yeah.
And the homie Speedy was like, "Hey, he gave you that drawing in the back."
Yeah, that's when we
Like,
came.
I
man.
didn't I remember it was him that gave it to me.
Yeah.
But I forgot it was right there.
Yeah.
And he said it after that. Like I dusted it off and everything, and
Yeah.
I cherish it. Like
Yeah,
every
that's
time I
tight.
walk in here, I look at it now.
Yeah,
you
because
know
that
what
fool
I'm
had
saying?
he had a sick art, man. He had so much art. He beat me on art, dog. Because I was doing a lot of art too. That's where I got a lot of our skills from. Because when you're busted in, that's what you get to do, and you know what I mean. You got to have a hustle. And like I started drawing in the county, he started drawing in the county. So by the time we got to the pen, we just took off, you know.
Yeah.
And he started doing more like color shit like that, like
Yeah.
fucking color pencils.
This is
Yeah.
hard. If
Yeah.
they're able to see this
Yeah.
in person, dog. Like,
Yeah,
man.
he got a lot of badass fucking art, dog. And his mom has probably most of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Shout out to his mom, you know what I mean? Fucking, I know she probably felt a lot of pain in his sisters
Oh,
and stuff.
for sure,
so
man,
That's
for
why I
sure.
shout out to the family, you know what I mean? Rest in peace
For sure.
to head them up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
No,
I look
Primo
at
ain't-
this. I look at this picture different when I come in here now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, man, rest in peace to the boy, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
sorry for your loss, big
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. Thank
sorry
you, my
for
boy.
your loss.
Yeah, thank you from our family to you guys, especially from the neighborhood to you guys. We just gotta keep on continuing to push forward and just put the city on the map, dog. That's what he really wanted, you know what I mean? Just to get all our homies to be out the gutter and shit, dog. That's why
Yeah.
he's like, we come from the gutter, dog. We make gutter records, and you know what I mean? That's what he represented.
Keep his memory alive,
Yeah,
huh?
so the homie Shooter, when he gets out, you know what I mean? They're gonna have a lot of music. I'm gonna probably be dropping a couple songs that he has unreleased tracks pretty soon too. Cause,
He has access to all those tracks and stuff.
Yeah, he has a lot of access to everything, you know what I mean? And basically, I'm going to try to share my platform with him because he can't really get into that fool's YouTube page, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
I'll try to help him out and just get his tracks on my shit.
Yeah.
So at least mine has like almost 2,000 subscribers right now.
Yeah,
So
hell yeah.
that's basically all I've been doing too, just getting the fucking shit up, you know? So, hell yeah, we're going to keep his memory alive and keep on pushing, man. He got a lot of heat out there. Just shout out to him up, dog.
Most definitely. Hey, I was listening to your words that you said right now about your case that you caught,
Yeah,
and you said they gave you 5 years for gang enhancement,
yeah.
but they only gave you like 4 for the crime.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that,
Yeah,
dog? Like,
hey,
that's crazy.
hey, tell
Like,
me about it.
How
I-
do you get more for gang enhancement than the actual crime,
And
dog? I don't understand that.
And what's funny is that I offered them 7. You know what I mean? I offered them 7 with no gang enhancement, and I was gonna try to get GBI and assault. And they told me no, they didn't want to do it. They're like, they want the gang enhancement.
They want to try to get you later, huh? Yeah.
So basically, right now I got like 10 years on my head, probably forever. I guess I don't know when it goes away or statute of limitation is.
Nah, it's probably forever kind of thing.
Because I signed gang enhancement and shit. That's why I'm like a registered gang member. Everything just it just on the forefront. You know what I mean? That's why like when it comes to my music, I'm so upfront with it. Because I don't got nothing to hide. They label me a gang member. They register me as a gang member. So fuck, I better just make that gangster music, dog, and fucking push that shit right and spit that real knowledge for the youngsters to know not to do this shit. You know what I mean? You don't need to be in this life, dog. Like, what you guys gotta do is hit those books and get your family doing right. You know, there's a lot of Macocos around that are gonna get it. You know what I mean? Don't best believe that. And they're solid ones. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. But everybody's life's different. You know what I mean? Just try to push your family to do right.
Yeah. Hey, especially like, you know, if you've been there, you've done that, you can tell them what it's like. You can tell them the outcome, and you can just teach them from experience. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I see, like back then, the norm was just to be able to go back. You know what I mean? Like all my uncles and everything, and we broke that already, because nobody really wants to go back. Yeah. Like back then, it was the thing. They'll be out a couple months, get their dirty test, go back. You know what I mean? And my uncle used to be like, man, I want to go back home, you know? And I'll be like,
that's crazy.
You are home. Yeah, and he was just institutionalized. They rest in peace to my
He's like, no, that's my home. That's my home. That's crazy that they think like that, huh?
Yeah, and rest in peace to my uncle Larry. You know what I mean? He's the one that started my hood.
Rest in peace, Larry, man.
Yeah, they called him Daughter, you know what I mean? For my daughter and shit. And he died right there in my mom's bathroom and shit, dog. Like, it was a fucking trip, bro. Fucking, I just left him like at 11 o'clock at night, and he was like out and shit. He got his little money from my grandma when she passed away. So when he got out, he fucking had money. He was all fucking happy.
He was balling out of control.
He went and bought a bag and shit. And fucking, we're right there playing oldies, because I would play guitar in my other homie. Fucking shout out to the homie Bird. You know what I mean? Gonzalo and shit. That's one of our older homies, and he always taught us the prison life, because he was always institutionalized. So he'll come out, he'll be shaved head. He's already in his fucking 50s, fucking 40s, fucking 60s. He's still running around G'd up, dog. But he always taught us what the right is wrong with, you know. I was telling him earlier, there was a situation where we got down, you know, and we're gonna get down with somebody, and they were gonna go heads up, and then later on he's like, hey, fuck you, should have fucking got that food too, Wednesday. Like, don't ever let the homie fucking, even if I got it, you know what I mean, get yours in too, homie. Like, we ride together, and I was like, well, spent that, homie. Fucking, I thought you guys were gonna box. I used to be in a boxer. I was like, round one, you know what I mean?
Round one fight.
That was before I even went to the county. So when I went to the county, I was more on my toes, you know, like, fuck, I already knew, like, we ride together and shit, dog. But hey, man, it's camaraderie and shit, man. It's what it is. Yeah.
Hey, well, talking about that, how we're talking about, you know, you said that teach everybody else right from wrong in the younger generation, man. Yeah. How is it? Because I see your Instagram and stuff all the time. So how is it transitioning from the streets to, you know, having a job and doing the construction thing and everything, dog? Like, talk about that.
Well, it should be like that from the gate, but the way that life brought up, we chose our choices, and the life
for sure, dog, for sure.
So, like, what brings to you...
I'm proud of this guy, dog.
Yeah, we all are. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But...
You even deserve the DJ horse for that, dog.
That's right. But yeah, man, when I got out of prison, I took business and everything, right? So like when I was in there, I got my GED. So that was my first thing. I was always trying to accomplish something. I got ADHD. They said when I was in school, they always told me, you got ADHD. Here's fucking coffee. Here's this. You know what I mean? But I never really got.
They gave you coffee and you had ADHD. Why did they give you coffee?
They tried to say it would calm me down, like fucking the sugar and shit, and the caffeine.
Oh really?
And all that shit.
No shit.
Yeah,
maybe like concentrate more on something instead of just.
I don't know. I never took it because they were like, you want coffee? And to me, like I was like, old people shit. I didn't drink no coffee, dog. Like, what the fuck? So I'm in.
You're giving me
drugs,
I'm
in middle school. Yeah, I'm in middle school. Like, I don't know fucking coffee. But yeah, so I'm always busy, man. I have so much shit going on, and then especially being in there, I was trying to go to school and get my milestones to be able to get out early. But fucking never happened, bro. I always said I'm fucking maxing out, dog. No matter I get the milestone, I like fuck. They went those 2 months or 3 months. You know?
It's like I can't stay out of trouble, huh? Like what the hell? Like
for
some reason.
It was a trip though, man. Yeah, but yeah, I just fucking fed on the business part, so I was like, damn, I'm gonna do business, because I was privileged to be sounded by my cousin, you know.
Yeah.
And that's my dad's first cousin, so he's my second cousin. That's Gustavo, you know what I mean? Free the Gustavo wave for floors. You know what I mean? That's my primo and shit. And
He's still locked up from back then?
Yeah, from 81.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
and he got triple murder though, you know.
Oh,
he was some crazy shit happened, and it just happened. He was a kid, and it went down. But he qualifies for all this stuff. He's supposed to be going.
Yeah,
to board.
because they got like new laws passing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was still considered under 23. I think he's still a juvenile.
Oh,
so,
dang,
yeah,
no
so
way.
he's still qualified for a lot of stuff, but it's just the circumstances where he's in. He's been in there so long, and his points are all up there, and he's just known as certain shit, you know.
Yeah, because he's probably been like programming and doing the most and everything.
This is his third time fucking going to board, and hopefully in March, you know what I mean, he gets a date. But if you don't, hopefully the next time, you know. But they keep bringing him back a little early, and then I'm even able to fucking write for him, you know what I mean. I'm able to. I wrote a letter for him, and that was a big accomplishment for me just to be able to get out. And he's like, hey man, I need a character that I can get him a job when he gets out.
Yeah,
and I'm a foreman, so I'm like, I write him a letter saying like basically when I got out, I being institutionalized, I got out rehabilitated, I got to change my life, you know what I mean. And now I'm a foreman, now I'm working, freaking now I'm doing music, all this stuff. But I didn't even mention that in the letter. I just mentioned about me at work, you know. And I'm saying I could get him a job and give him 9 to 5, and pretty much get him in there. And that letter did good for him, man, because they feed on any little thing, the board, you know. And most of the time they're not really trying to let you out, but eventually they have to let you out, you know what I mean. Get to the point where you just got to give them that criteria that they need. So basically that's what he's working on, just to get everything situated where he can eventually come out.
Dog, well, you know what? Let's give you a round of applause for just being able to be a foreman, making that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dog, like how dope is that for you to be able to help somebody like that? Right?
Yeah, and it's a trip, bro, because back then I wouldn't have been no bit like that. I was on the streets there. I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't want to put my name on no paper. Like, no, hell no. Yeah, but now I'm more like, I'm just a little bit more knowledgeable about everything. You know what I mean? I'm more educated just to be able to answer these certain questions. When he calls me too, I'm like, damn, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? No trip. I'm going to write the letter up, and then I put it all together, you know what I mean? And it even has the index and all that stuff, so you got to be able to know that. And then writing essays and all that shows you a lot of that stuff too, as far as like the introduction, the topic, and the interlude and all that. It's a trip. When that's how I got my GED, I learned all that too,
Yeah.
It's a big old thing is your essay to be able to graduate. So yeah, basically that's what I just put everything together for business, man. So when I got out, that's basically what I started doing. And bam, it took me a while though, fucking to be able to take it serious, because I was running amok, man, for a long time. And then it didn't take me until I got my wife, you know. Shout out to my wife. She had it down for me. And
shout out to your wife.
Yeah.
Let's give her a round of applause.
My wife Angel, you know. She's a Garcia now, but she was a Brer. But yeah, man. And
she's one of us now.
Yeah, but it helped me out and bring me my kids, and that was a big joy for me. And now it's just thinking smarter now, you know, because it's not just me, it's my kids. You can't just think selfish, you know what I mean? So it keeps you out of trouble a lot too, because you're not trying to go back to that side. And you gotta, it's a chess game, man. That's why I tell everybody it's not a checker game. You gotta really take this serious, man, because you get to use your life in a heartbeat. And one bad decision or even a reaction, could cause a domino effect. You know what I mean? You all of a sudden you want to go take flight or do something that's out of character, just because, and then you end up life in prison, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just always got to think ahead of the game.
It gets sticky real quick.
It gets sticky real quick. So I just thank God for that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty. I'm not religious or anything like that, but I always believed in the Lord that He kept me safe. Because even in my times in there, I didn't have no one to talk to, dog. They take everything from you. You're stripped with everything.
Yeah.
So it's like your food's everything, bro. Like pretty much your contraband, what you got, that's everything. And like that's nothing out here. Like soups and everything, that chips. You know what I mean? They look at that like a joke, and they're like a tuna pack is like shit. I'm balling, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because not everybody has pouches. Shit, if you got pouches, you're doing something. Yeah. So it's a trip though, man, just to take that into effect out here. You know, because a lot of people lose it. Especially like coming out here, you could lose your life real quick, and so you just got to kick everything as it is, and then just be smart, man, you know. Yeah, so basically that's what I took all that from the streets, and then I was like, fuck, it's time to get into a company. So I ended up getting at my lady's cousin, and they got me into the company, boom, boom, and I got hired, and I was in there negotiating already, because every time I'm always doing something with my business mindset, always tell them business 101, you know, you got to negotiate, take the first price, either going up or down, if you're looking for a better price or you're trying to get a raise, or, you know what I mean, you just got to stay in that mindset. You just can't settle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to fight for yours. So like when you're talking to the corporates in this company, you know what I mean, your supers and all that, you know what I mean, you got to be able to ready to be on
How long did it take you before you got
Like
into like that foreman position?
Well, I was a laborer, and I was upset because when I got to the company, you know what I mean, I was a finisher already, because I did concrete all my life. So I went over there like, man,
so you already knew what you were doing. Okay.
Her cousin, he actually started making more when I got hired, because I started at 20, but I was supposed to start at 21. 21. But right now I'm at 23. I'm working towards 25, you know? Yeah, but it took me, it was a whole year, I think like a year, 2 years, and I became a foreman. So I just hit the ground running. I was hitting my super. Right. I'm always hitting them pitchers, boom, boom, boom. All right. Yeah.
Like, I'm coming for that raise pretty soon.
Yeah. so like, man, it's a trip. And then, like, right now, construction's kind of slow right now. So, but they're still keeping us working. Like, you know what I mean? We work every day, but there's some people that don't. So, like, you just got to take it into, like, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? You can't get lazy. But that's what it is, bro. And even with work, you know what I mean? You got to have that quality of work when it comes to, like, even our music, tattooing, clothing, anything that you put in life. You just want to have that quality because your name's stamped on it.
Yeah,
so,
heck yeah.
Yeah, so, like, when I got out, I just hit them up and boom, and then I got hired. And then I was already, like, because I knew more than my own foremans.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and then I'm like, how am I teaching these guys when I'm their foreman, their labor, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already ahead of the game. Like, you guys got me. And I was supposed to go start being a finisher, but instead they put me with the laborers. And then I was like, man, this ain't it. So I was already just going back and back with my super ever since I got hired.
Were you thinking like, man, this I know more than this. Like, I shouldn't have to be doing this.
And then what's funny is when I got hired, they started calling me Cholo because I was just, I was bald-headed, straight G'd up, you know? And they're like, I was the Green Beach Cholo for a long time, man. And then I was with R&R at first. So when I started working with R&R, I was like, man, you know what? This ain't for me. Like, I'm not getting paid what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I should be getting like $25 an hour instead of like 20. Like, put me back with the laborers in. I was like, I'd rather just do the labor work then because I'm not getting paid when I'm working so hard for, you know? So then from there, I started with the laborers. And then from there, I just flourished because I was already past them. So then it got me to the foreman position of that pickup.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
And that was the position I stayed with. But like later on, I could probably move into another department. But right now, that's where it's at, you know?
Hey, dog, you ever look back thinking like, man, why didn't I change my life before? Or why didn't I follow this road instead of going down the other road? You could have been like so much more ahead.
I already know. It's just because I was influenced with the gang, dog. It's just me, you know what I mean? My life was always the lotto, and it's always going to be, you know what I mean? It's just within me. It's my blood. It's in my veins, you know what I mean? It's just so much lost. There's a lot of our people that stood for our cause, you know what I mean? And, like, how can you go backtrack on that? Like, you got to stay stronger, because they lost their life over it. Like, what the fuck? How are you going to water shit down? And you know what I mean? You can't water shit down. You got to stay stronger. That's what, like, a lot of this generation is now. It's just, like, it's a little trip because, like, our family grew up tough, man, you know? And, like, you're getting hit for dumb shit, you know? Like, now nobody getting hit and shit, dog. Like, fucking, they got social media. They're fucking chilling, making videos and shit, dog. Like, and, like, we didn't have all that, so our family was always, like, strong, you know? Especially my grandpa. He grew up on the res in Paula. So, like, he was right there. He's a Native American, too, right there in Paula. He grew up in Real Garcia Canyon right there. But he used to walk freaking, like, miles and miles just to get water, dog. And
oh, dang. That's crazy.
And he had, like, some crazy stories. And he's the one that always taught us, like, fucking, I started working with him first. And they bred me because I dropped out of school, like, at 14. 13, 14, I jumped out. Let me say 13. Yeah, but
more like 13.
Yeah, I think it was more 13ish. But that was the first time I went to juvenile hall, and then I got out. I was on homeschool, and I got out, and he's like, you know what? You're not gonna go back to school, so you might as well just start working for me. So I was making like $40 a day. And for me, that was good money.
At that time, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Straight out of school, I didn't know shit. He put me on the job, and I just started doing trenches there. I was digging all the footings and shit. So then from there, I just advanced. I started doing concrete, and I started getting more money from them. And shout out to their company, too, is Vanguard Concrete, you know what I mean? And that was in our valley for a long time. We did the Chuck E. Cheese right there. We did Wendy's. We're doing a lot of commercial jobs.
Oh, damn. So they're putting in that work.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of work up here, too, actually. We did a lot of...
Oh, really?
We did duplexes out here off of Maine. And then off of Bear Valley, there was a Lee and Associates. We were working with them. And they had a lot of properties all sold up out here. They still do. And I actually got to meet that fool Lee, Freaking, he was like an old white Chinese guy.
Millionaire, huh?
Yeah, man. And I was like, what? That's Lee right there. And he didn't even look like he looked like he didn't have no money, dog. I was like, dang. And
that's why he has money, because he looked like he don't have money.
Yeah, and then he had skyscrapers over there.
Really?
Yeah. And so I was like, damn, man, that fool made it, you know. And then we were in business with them. But at an early age, I just learned business, you know what I mean? Just the hard work, survival and just making that money. Because money makes the world go round, man. And if you ain't got money, that's why I always write. I would write letters to my little cousins, man. They always stayed in touch with me, like certain little cousins. And they would write me when I was in busted, like the whole time and stuff. And I would always feed them knowledge, like, hey, you don't need to go this route. And there was even my little primo Olivia, man. She was trying to be from my hood at one time, Shout out Olivia.
Shout out Olivia.
My little primo freaking Junior, he's incarcerated right now, but he's supposed to be getting out. He's in the feds and shit. But he's a good ass homie fucking from right there at Garfield Street, from Southside Levi and shit. But yeah, I would always feed her like, fuck that, you're not gonna do that, and I put a stop to it. Fucking, and now she has a kid, she has a family.
Hey, you might have saved her life, no? You might have, helped her out.
I think I did, because she was gonna go that weekend. And she's like, I'm gonna get rushed in. I like, what? I like, hell no, you're not gonna get rushed by me. You tripping? So yeah, man, and yeah, just little things like that, man. I always try to feed knowledge to them. You know what I mean? That there's better things in life than serving this, man. You know what I mean? And like, shit, that's what we do, eh? Shit, you guys don't need to be in it, dog. Like, fucking go live a good life, you know what I mean? Yeah, have some kids and live them right. That's why I trip on my sisters. All their kids played football. All of them grew up to be like good kids, man, and got their family. And shout out to my little nephew Lorenzo. We just had his baby at 3:00 in the morning today.
There we go. Shout out to Lorenzo.
Yeah, he had a little Samuel. And that's my dad's like I don't even know how many, but that's his great grandchild. He had a little son.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, so I was talking to Big Temps one time.
Yeah.
And he said that you stay solid harder than anybody that he's ever had on the label, though.
Yeah, I had to keep it running, dog.
He said that he's like, now I need to give him the record label and the name because he said you repped it so hard,
That's
dog.
right. Shout out Big Tim, dog. You know what I mean?
And he
That's
said you were loyal.
Yeah, you got
very,
to be.
very loyal. Where does that come from, dog?
It comes from my upbringing, It's just like we ride together, we die together. You know what I mean? And, it's a trip because my family is a big. At one time, you know what I mean. A lot of them passed away. A lot of them went the other way, but our name was known, Garcia family. You know what I mean? And like anything that happened in the hood, like we're there to fucking stand and make sure no one's gonna fuck with our people. You know?
Most definitely.
And like especially at one time they were doing a lot of drive-bys and fucking shit was going on tough. You know, and like it's just crazy how shit was. We're always there to be able to save our people. You know what I mean? So like. Yeah, man, there's just loyalty, bro. And there's always like a small circle. It's not like fucking a lot of people. We've always been small. So it's always been fucking Pecos Bay locals, they small and mighty, dog. You know what I mean? But that's what we grew up. So we're always on the opposite side of like freaking being good too, dog. We're always running amok, badasses, But we would be there like if someone needed a fight, dog. We're there. We're fighters. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's just not being bullied, man. My dad always put into me like, don't be bullied, don't be a follower. You know what I mean?
Be a bully, go bully the bully.
Stand up for yourself, stick up for yourself. Hey, whether you win, lose, or draw, as long as you stand on your own too and give it your all. Hey, even think about this, dog. Even if it's a big bully, a big dude, whatever. Sooner or later, he's going to get tired of fighting, dog. Because if you stand up for yourself every single time, sooner or later, he's going to be like, man, I ain't messing with that dude like that.
Because most of the time, it's the bigger guys that want to take over. You just got wild ones that just don't give a fuck, you know? But there's a thing that a lot of those fools don't got no respect, dog. And then, like, when it gets disrespectful, that's when people step in, real ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, what the hell? We don't represent that. We're supposed to be, like, integrity, dog. We got fucking morals. We represent right. And it's always supposed to be positivity, dog. Like, a lot of negativity comes out of a lot of shit, too, though. But at the same time, if you're defending, compared to being, like, just some weird-ass fool that want to hurt people, you know what I mean, dog? Like, we're more, like you hurt mine, then fucking we're going to protect ours, dog. Like,
they don't want to see you falling. Don't want to see you doing good. Don't want to see you doing good. They just want to see you falling and never make it out the hood. Never make it out the hood.